Hello, Stuart McPhee here. As you know, the Triple Your Trading Profits workshop has come and gone, and during that day I really quickly talked about reversal signals, but for the attendees that day I promised that I'd give them just a little quick presentation afterwards, so this is it. I thought I'd just take 5-10 minutes of your time and talk about reversal signals. Now, in the chart patterns presentation I spoke about some double tops and double bottoms and different patterns like that, which I referred to as reversal signals, but I also mentioned them as reversal signals in the term of medium-term trends. What you'll find is these reversal signals here in this presentation all relate to short-term trends. So we're talking about just several days out to maybe about a week or so, and then a reversal. So let's go through them now. Now there's 6 of them in this presentation, and look, I've named them all Island and Hook and others, but to me the real key message right from the beginning here is the name of the reversal signal is not that important. It's being able to identify it as a reversal signal. So if I wasn't looking at this presentation I wouldn't know any of the names, but again, to me that's not important. It's being able to identify that we in fact are seeing a reversal signal in the chart. Now I'll just grab my pen here because I'll definitely need that a few times in this presentation. And I'm going to start this first one with the island reversal. Now, the island really refers to the fact that we have this one bar here out on its own. We've had this short-term uptrend. Notice has a gap between there and there. So this this bar here on its own out like an island. And the significance of this reversal is if we didn't have any of these bars here, that'd be a very strong sign that we've seen a gap, and we want to trade in the direction of the gap, of course. But this gap has been completely closed. This gap up has been completely closed and it's traded down here, so we have what is known as an island reversal, quite a powerful short-term reversal signal. Clearly the further this gap and then it closes it down, the more significant the reversal is. But what we can also have is not just a single bar. We may have a series of bars out here and then the gap down, and we would call that an island cluster. But in any event, we've had a gap in the direction of the prevailing trend. That's a very positive thing, but that has been completely rejected, and we've gapped straight back down into where we were previously, and we've commenced a short-term downtrend. So that's an island reversal. The next one is an open close reversal. Now what we have here is a 2-day bar, a 2-day pattern I should say, where this particular bar here is the second one. So we have a higher high than the previous day, right, and we have a higher low than the previous day. But it's the significance is where the open and the close is in relationship to that second bar here. So notice how the open is up near the top of the day's trading range, yet we've closed right down near the bottom of the day's trading range. So even though we've closed higher, we can start to see signs that, hang on, we opened all the way up here and we didn't close anywhere near it. Yes, we closed higher, but we closed right down the bottom of the day's trading range. Now I'm going to redraw this. Let's say we have that first bar there. The second bar, as soon as we open trading for the day, we've got this. And we are thinking, wow, this is really, really strong. This is positive because we've gapped up on the open, we're trading well. However, immediately the sentiment has changed, and this short-term uptrend we've been experiencing has now shifted. The sentiment has shifted because we trade no higher than when we gapped open to. And in fact, the rest of the trading day we've spent trading back down again, only to close, yes, close higher, but down near the bottom. So it's been a real rejection in the face of this short-term uptrend. Pardon me. Now we have a pivot point reversal, which is a 3-day pattern with the center bar here. Notice how this bar here is a higher high than the days either side of it, and we have pardon me, we have this second or the third bar I should say closing way down here, lower than the low of this middle day here. All right, so we've moved up, moved down, and the significance is where we've closed down in relationship to all this pattern here. So I mean, just by looking at that you can see it's a pretty clear rejection, and if anything, if we just went back a day, the fact that we've got this long tail up here from where we open and close is showing some signs of rejection, that we closed all the way back down here. Still open a little bit higher, but we've gone no higher and we've closed all the way down here. A pretty clear-cut short-term reversal signal. What we've got here is a hook reversal, and for others may know this as an inside day, or for those who like the candlestick patterns and looking at candlesticks, we may call this a bearish harami, where we have an inside day here. And wherever we see an inside day, as I've mentioned here, wherever we have an inside day, you're really seeing some signs of weakness in the prevailing trend. So we've had this nice short-term uptrend here, closed very, very strongly on this day. We've gapped down on the open and moved a little bit lower. We've got an inside day. We haven't exceeded the range of the previous day in either direction. An inside day showing signs of weakness, and as it's turned out, it is a short-term reversal signal. We now have a closing price reversal. So again, we've got the two-day pattern in this particular case, and here we've got a very strong day, but have a look at this. We've gapped up on the open, but again, similar to one of the earlier ones, we've moved no higher. Now the earlier one had the closing above the previous close. Now I'll just get rid of that to avoid any confusion, but this particular case we've seen a real, probably a stronger rejection than that previous pattern, where not only have we moved no higher and closed, we've now moved all the way down here and closed lower than the previous close. So again, if I was to duplicate this, we've got the first bar here, we've gapped up here on open, everyone is really happy, continuing to move in the prevailing trend, but we've gone no further. The sentiment has completely changed, and we've rejected any higher prices, and in fact more than that, we've come back down and closed lower than the previous close. A key reversal. Now I mentioned just candlesticks previously with the harami and the like. This is a form of outside day, or for candlestick followers, a bearish engulfing pattern. So I've had the short-term uptrend, and this is the key day here, and this day completely engulfs the range of the previous day here. So it is an engulfing pattern, it is an outside day. Again, we've opened up, completely rejected any higher prices, and completely changed the tables, I guess turned the tables on this short-term uptrend. So a real clear rejection pattern for the short-term uptrend that was in place. If I may just finish off with a couple of things. Firstly, I'll reiterate what I said at the beginning. To me, the names of the reversal patterns are almost irrelevant, and as I said, if I wasn't looking at this presentation, I wouldn't be able to name them. What's important is being able to identify the patterns as we see them and taking advantage of those short-term reversals if that's what our trading plan has us doing, and that is trading short-term. Pardon me. So again, the name is not really that important. What you'll find is if you open up now charts and identify the turning point, you'll be amazed how often you'll see one of those 6 reversal signals. And for short-term traders where timing is quite critical, I think you'll find that these reversal signals will really be quite effective, and you'll really find them helping you in the execution of your trading.